And here we are with Ale.
Hi.
Hi, she says hi. So yeah, I've got a headphone in so the mic can pick us up better. I'll be playing Daggerfall, and I'll be showing you guys what happens when you choose your inner demons over your king.
Cool.
I have a bunch of mods enabled, so just so you know. But
I got an
anyways,
Astro Dress.
hello, dude.
I got an Astro Dress.
Oh wow, that was creepy. Oh cool, Astro Drift. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So I got a note from the king, basically saying you better cure yourself of your disease, or I will hunt you down and murder you myself. So Edward Kingham is the werewolf hunter. Wait, I thought the king sent this. Hold on. Maybe. Oh yeah. Here's my stuff for my character. I made my own class. Got some magic items. Let's do inventory. Oh yeah, I got the stuff to put somewhere. All right. Um, or should actually, it's snowing outside. We're in proto-winter now. This is proto-winter in Iowa. Yeah. Or should I call you Asmoagus, or as you are known to the common folk of Dania, who bar their doors against you in fear each night? Yes, I know who and what you are, and your days of terrorizing the Iliac Bay are numbered. I offer you a simple choice: renounce your lycanthropy, or be hunted down like the wild beast you are. Let no one say that Edward Kingham lacks compassion. I offer you one last chance to save yourself. Go to Carolausa Masterly of the School of Julianos and Sacred Oracle of Julianos if you wish to live. She is wise in the ways of lycanthropy, and if anyone can help you, she can. I will wait 60 days before sending my hunters after you. Use the time wisely. So, I got that letter. I thought it was from the king, but it's not. It's from a lycanthropy hunter. And I'm really considering not renouncing my ways. Because, I mean, look at my fucking stats. I have 100 strength at level 9. Of course I'm not going to renounce my ways. Fuck. I have a shit ton of encumbrance. Oh, I do have an encumbrance multiplier. Not really for this character, but for other characters that I have that their encumbrance is just weird for some reason. So I had to get the encumbrance multiplier to fix that. So it's whatever. But I really need to get my willpower up. But you know, intelligence, spells. This is a mage damage character with a bunch of other skills. Actually, let's just look at our skills here. Skills: primary, destruction, restoration, critical strike. 105% critical strike. I have no idea how it's that high, but whatever. 86% destruction. Major blunt weapon 81%, long blade 80%, mercantile 49%. Yeah. Now, granted, I have some items that increase skills. Medical 25, medicine 24. So I've got that increase some skills, like archery 85%, running 75%, swimming 70%. This now stealth 113. Jesus. Now this is either because I'm a werebeast, or because I have magical items, or both, or I don't know. So illusion 10%. Wow, that's pretty low. Axe 5%. Lockpicking. Lockpicking? I have lockpicking? How do I have lockpicking? I didn't know that. Pickpocket 5%. Swimming 70%. Backstabbing 39%. Cool. Okay. Oh, woe is me. Alright, so what do I do? Do I just keep doing stuff for 60 days until what's his nuts send his goons after me? I mean, I can take his goons on, unless he sends like 200 men after me or something. I mean, I can take his goons on. I didn't know what I'm doing. Hail into the can. But yeah, no. So apparently Pennsylvania flipped. Uh, so yeah, that flipped. What? Oh?
It's really tiny, but kind of down on my sock.
Oh God. What is it gut? Okay, well at least you took care of it. Are you okay? Hey, Ebony.
No, because I don't want to move the toilet paper now because I need to get another roll.
There won't be other spiders. They're typically lone actors. Okay, well, since we're making a thing, then you talk to the good people about any subject, the Animal Crossing if you want, and just. You're fine. I gotta go check for spiders, you guys. The spiders are gone. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, tiny gum.
Old timey gum. I got clove gum. Clove. Okay. Elvin, nice. There's an ebony Tonto here, which is pretty cool. Oh, I've got an adamantium claymore. No idea how I found that. Steel, steel, dwarven, elven, steel, dwarven, elven, steel, steel, helm. So that's an iron helm. It's +7 to armor. Yeah, I like it. It is old timey. Holy crap. Back when gum had herbs in it. Ooh. Oh, cool. What? Oh, okay. Should I keep the adamantium? No, I'll sell it. Get my mercantile up. Now, if you're wondering how the shit I have so much money, it's called letters of credit. I have like 12 of them. And then I have my cart full of stuff. 200. It's normally like 750, but I have a mod enhancer on, or a weight enhancer. Again, I had to do that for another character because their encumbrance was really low for some reason. So I had to do that in order to fix them and stuff. See, I've got some Daedric and other stuff. Orcish, Mithril. Mostly Mithril. So yeah. Bunch of magic items. I'm part of the Mages Guild, so I can make my own magic items. Crushing Cinders. This one does Wildfire. In order to have better stats with an item in terms of enchantment, you want to have bad reputation with a particular group. Whatever group you're enemies with. The underworld, the nobility, if you're like a thief kind of type, the peasants, if you're a noble kind of type, you just whatever. You want to have bad rep with those people so you can have better stats and skills and enhancements and stuff when you got all that stuff going on. So that's when you want to do it. Babe, give me like a topic or something to talk about. She's thinking. I mean, it can be, feminism or politics or whatever. I mean, I'll talk about anything. Of course it did. Her mind went to stuffed animals. Yeah, fuck you, Rizzo. Aw. Eat a fish. In I don't know about Animal Crossing, but okay. Um, Elle and I basically discovered that a sturgeon is basically a freshwater swordfish mixed with razor blades.
Yes.
Which is pretty metal.
Razor blade fish.
Throw it in fresh water, give it some razor blades, and there you go. You got yourself a fish.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I should get rest of my snorkeling. I keep after I drop off food.
Yeah. Dwarven Archer's Axe. Yeah, again, I've got like some mods that add some items. Mostly a type of axe, a type of flail, both one-handed. Items for illumination, bandages, oil, food mostly. It's part of climates and calories, which makes you have to deal with real-time weather effects.
Oh,
So.
I gave you those.
Yeah, you bastard. She gave you those.
I have a billy goat on my island, and
yeah, she's playing Animal Crossing.
Okay, hold on.
So, and again, as I was saying earlier, Pennsylvania flipped. I'm assuming what they did was they, you know, oh wow, is that they separated the votes before the election and the votes after the election, as in while it was going on. And they're like, wait a minute, 80% of people voted for Trump before the election. So, yeah. I have a feeling Trump actually got some of the highest Republican turnout in, like, this country's history. But because the Dems cheated so fucking badly, there was no way to tell. Let's see how much gold I have in my inventory. Oh, wow, I had 15k. Holy shit.
Look at my profile pictures.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
It's of a girl freaking out in the rain.
It's me.
Yeah. Well, it's ale, but it's
It's me.
yeah, it's ale freaking out in the rain. That's funny as shit. Ah! It's funny because it's raining in my game too.
I caught a coelacanth.
Yeah, she got a coelacanth, which have not aged, like in terms of evolution. They haven't evolved since the fucking dinosaur age. You know, although sharks have never had to evolve. Like they've been the same now as they were back when the Earth was just an ocean. And also, I'm working on a story. World Anvil is the name of the website. Lands of Golgotha, and it's by Christopherson, which is my same as my
Wow. I'm
account.
touching, okay. My two most played games on my Switch
Eh.
are Animal Crossing and Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's really big into Zelda. Actually, tell me about what you like about your favorite Zelda game.
Oh my god, I can't even pick which. Oh god. Why do you have to do this to me? I don't even know which one's my favorite. I have
Well,
a few favorites.
just one you really like. Doesn't have to be your favorite, but
Okay, like
what do you
okay.
like about it?
Can I just pick a few?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, unfortunately, I didn't start playing this until Breath of the Wild came along.
Mm.
Basically, okay. So I played Breath of the Wild. And let me tell you what, I still love that game to be hell.
Yeah.
Like, it is one of my favorites. But I also started playing all the other ones as well. Such as Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword,
Yeah.
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask, yeah.
I played Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I've played part of Link to the Past. I've played part of the original. I cannot play Link's Adventure for fucking nothing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can.
Oh, there's some people that can beat the shit out of it, but
Oh, wow.
the thing is, like, here's the thing, like, I'm actually starting to notice that there's actually very, very huge similarities between the first game and that one, because it's like, everybody always complained about the other one, and I'm like, the first one has about the same issues if you really want to get right down to it. Granted, the other one was more of a kind of like a level-based RPG.
Yeah. That's kind of like how everyone complained about Dante's Inferno, but no one complained about God of War. When they're practically, like, they're very similar playstyles.
Well, hold on, I'm just gonna continue talking on this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And just for posterity, my fucking left tonsil's inflamed, and
Okay.
so
I'm
hurts to
back.
swallow.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Ow. Okay. So basically, like, Okay, so my top games are actually mostly 3D ones, which
Mm.
I'm sure all of you love hearing,
Yeah.
because there's actually quite a lot of 2D games that are fucking great.
Mhm.
It's just that, actually, one of them I really want to play is Minish Cap.
Yeah.
Because I do actually have the emulator for Minish Cap on my
Mm.
computer, but God forbid that I could ever play it.
Yeah. Her computer sucks pretty bad.
Well, actually, I can run it just fine. It's the fact that I can't use a controller.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to trying to use a controller.
Yeah.
I mean, not a controller, using the keyboard. So, but, okay, this is in no particular order, but how about I just start with, like, the three that I've played the most of is Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
um, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Link Between Worlds, that's not gonna come out, I'm gonna my favorites too,
Mm.
and of course Breath of the Wild. So that's 5 games.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I would put Majora's Mask in there, but I've only, like, passed the first dungeon.
Okay.
And the 3-day cycle, like, bites me in the ass like everything to death.
That's a man's face on a woman's body. What is this madness?
You sure that bitch is just one more game?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like the girl that was in Shrek.
Yeah, it might just be a butterface. Who knows?
But, starting with Ocarina of Time, now, granted, a lot of people complain about the cutscenes,
Yeah.
because it's pretty cutscene heavy. Like, anytime you go to Zora's domain and you have to get rid of that waterfall by playing Zelda's Lullaby, there's always a cutscene. Always.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you do something, there's always a fucking cutscene, practically. And another thing, and I never actually got to play Ocarina of Time on the N64, and a lot of people hated the water temple for that one.
Yeah.
Good thing, I mean, felt pretty lucky to play it on the 3DS. My dad does have the N64. He just got it way later than what it could have been. Otherwise, I would have definitely been playing Zelda a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Um, but, like, okay. So, but the thing is, Ocarina of Time it's actually quite fun, and it actually has really nice dungeons.
Oh, cool.
And I really like the dungeon structure in that one, even though the water temple for everybody else in the original version was a pain in the ass because instead of the iron boots being an item that you can just put in a slot and equip whenever you need it, you actually had to go into your whatever menu it was that had like your Hylian tunics, your shields, your swords, and everything. It was in the gear menu. It was in the gear
Okay.
menu. Okay. That's where it was at.
Yeah.
That's not right. But, and
funny.
then, you know, Ocarina of Time set up a huge, huge generation of gamers because that was one of their first games sometimes.
Yeah.
And that was the game that a lot of people got into. Some of them got into it before that, especially with the original second one, and especially Link to the Past, the third one, which are all 2D games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've also played Link to the Game. I want to get the Switch version. But I have played part of Link's Awakening DX, which I cannot get past the second dungeon for shit. Well, you have to have a chain chomp. And,
okay.
you know, I like using the chain chomp, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass. But anyway, Ocarina of Time sets up a lot of lore, and And it's also where the timeline splits,
Hmm.
you know, because if it wasn't for Ocarina of Time, the Downfall timeline, the Child timeline, or the Adult timeline would never have existed.
Yeah.
I will say this, my favorite timelines are actually the Downfall and the Child one, but mainly the Child timeline, just because there's just a lot of lore packed into it.
Yeah.
I've only played, like, one dungeon of Majora's Mask. I've made it pretty far into Twilight Princess, but, like, the thing is, I was, like, playing it before I moved in, and then it was on my dad's Wii U.
Hmm.
So it was the HD remake, and oh my god, that was some of the best shit ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never actually got to finish it because I moved in with Chris here.
Hello.
But it was really fun.
Yeah.
But just, I guess what I like about Ocarina of Time is mainly the lore and just the fact that there's a lot of original Zelda stuff in there.
Mm.
Even though I've only started with Breath of the Wild, I've studied into it a lot.
Yeah.
Good project, really quick.
Well, it's times 20.
Okay, but although I have a tendency to like stop playing a game when I'm really close to the end because I'm like, I don't want to beat it. Why don't I
Yeah.
want to beat it? Like, what is my thing against that? But
Yeah.
anyway, to the next game. The other games that I really like are like, let's go to Twilight Princess, which actually kind of ties into Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Like, Twilight Princess is one of my favorites. Of course, then again, a lot of people complain about the fact that the tutorial section was kind of pointless because it dealt. Because basically, it was kind of like you had a side quest
Yeah.
to herd some goats or to practice some other things. And honestly, it was a tutorial, but like to me, it kind of almost felt like the Great Plateau of Breath of the Wild.
It was basically just the bitch work of fucking Hyrule, essentially. Oh, great hero, do my bitch work.
Well, the thing is, he didn't know he was the hero at that time.
Oh, okay.
He didn't know until he got the Hylian tunic. Until he got his green tunic at the Lanayru Spring, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like that. And Twilight Princess is also packed, chock fucking full of lore too. Like anything that has to deal with lore, I am like in.
Yeah.
But like, I fucking love Twilight Princess, especially for its art style. Because I mean, it is claimed to be a darker Zelda game. But in reality, it's not necessarily darker. It does definitely have a more adult theme to it, especially with Zelda.
What happened with that?
Well, let's just put it this way. She looks like a Gerudo crossed with possibly a Sheikah. And she's kind of chunky with big titties. And she's like in her 40s or something like that.
Oh, wow.
She's like she's like the 40-year-old, like, bar owner that, like, knows everybody by name.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, I don't know how to describe that, but, like, depending on the person, she's like a mom to them, or, like,
Yeah.
or, like, she'll help someone out, or something like that. But
Yeah.
basically, I mean, and there's also a scene where one just stares at kids. I mean, you can just see him just look down, and you're like, oh my god, like.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he is like almost eye level to her titties, so.
Well,
like,
yeah, he's like 4 feet tall.
Well, the thing is, like, he's not very tall anyway in any game. Like,
Yeah.
He's like what, 5'4".
Essentially.
It's kind of interesting that Japanese people, like, well, not Japanese people, but Nintendo based Link. Well, Miyamoto based Link.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like.
Well,
like Norwegian or something?
Yeah, and they kind of based him off a so-called, like, just to put it out there, like the Aryan race.
Yeah, essentially.
So to say. But the thing is, the Aryan race is technically like the blonde hair, blue eyed
Yeah.
type people that are really tall.
Yeah, they're usually really tall.
But it's like a Norwegian fucked a Japanese person.
Yeah, essentially.
And kept the European style
Yeah.
of jeans. And also before before I met you guys kind of, it's gonna sound weird, but I used to have a weird, like,
Girl crush on Link.
oh, Twilight Princess Link, yeah.
Oh god. That specific Link, huh?
You're not!
That's
No, I
kind of
got
fair.
you.
Yeah. Now you got me, the tall, chunky boy.
Yeah, the tall, chunky boy that still knows how to wield a sword. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
true.
mm,
Yeah. I actually have some proficiency with just about every type of melee-based weapon.
but-
I mean, standard melee weapons, not like exotic martial weapons. Although I do have skills with some of them, like hook swords and stuff. What? Yeah, sure, yeah. No, you're on a roll, yeah, you're doing good.
Okay, but yeah, I kind of had a thing for Twilight Princess Link even before I played Breath of the Wild.
Oh boy.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
I kind of also had the same thing sort of for Breath of the Wild Link, just not as much.
Yeah.
Because Twilight Princess Link was like this big, muscular, well, not huge, muscular, but like
Yeah.
a pretty strong boy. And
Yeah, strong boy.
although when he was doing the weird Goron sumo wrestler stance, that was kind of awkward for me. Just because it looks fucking weird, because I'm like, okay, that kind of dulled down the attractiveness.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it just did. But
Actually, I have an idea. Well, Razor Fist talked about this. He talked about he always wanted, and I want your idea on this, a RPG Zelda game with a member of each race in your party, and you can like play as each member of each race. That would be great with like the champions and stuff, because they're each race and stuff.
well, the thing is, that's kind of what they're doing with Age of Calamity a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Because you can play as Urbosa,
Yeah.
Farouk,
Yeah.
Ravioli.
Ravioli.
Rivali.
Yeah, ravioli. That's funny.
Ravioli.
Ravioli.
Or Mifa.
Yeah.
You can play as all of them. Not to mention, you can play as Impa and Zelda.
Mm.
So, not just Link. I mean, but let me tell you fucking what, I love playing as Impa because she's a badass fucking ninja.
Yeah,
I
she
fucking
is
love
pretty
her
cool.
so
Yeah.
much. Like, and also I like the bombs that Zelda has in Age of Calamity, the
Yeah.
walking one. That
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know, you walk and it just, you know, drops a bomb here,
Yeah.
here, and then it finally just blows up itself. But anyway,
Yeah. That's pretty metal.
Twilight Princess?
Yeah. Twilight Princess.
Okay. Actually, there was a huge thing about, like, okay, so before Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess was the most popular Zelda game.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it was also one of the most hated.
Interesting.
Because, like, to some, it's boring.
Yeah.
Like, it's claimed to be this dark Zelda game, which, I mean, it does have its dark moments, but I
Yeah.
will say this, Majora's Mask is a lot darker.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end credits, you can see the Deku Butler fucking crying over his son's death.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Like, he sees the corpse of his petrified son.
Actually, one thing Razor mentioned, his favorite is Majora's Mask. But that's because you kind of got to play as each race a little bit, kind of.
Yeah.
And he loves that idea, so, I mean.
Well, that's because you get different masks.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have the Goron, Zora, and
Deku?
Deku.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one right. Yay!
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
I'm lurbing.
And,
The
there's
Dwarf
also
and
like
Dragon.
a Gibdo's mask.
Yeah.
Which are basically the Majora's Mask, Redeads.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Redeads will make you freeze. And they will scream in your face and try to latch onto you and basically try and eat your face.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying sometimes. Oh yeah, by the way, back to Ocarina of Time a little bit, just backtrack.
What?
Basically, I should have really mentioned this, but I just now remembered it. Let's just say that, Dead Hand. Oh, God. How is that game rated E?
This game?
No, Ocarina
Oh.
of Time.
Oh, I was about to say.
Like, how is Ocarina of Time rated E for everyone when Dead Hand's in there?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, dead hands are fucking creepy.
And also, the Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking creepy. And I love it. Because it's all doffed out and it's purple.
Yeah, purple.
I like it. And
like
also,
it.
like, that was basically a torture chamber.
Yeah.
Like, you can see piles of
Oh,
bones
the
and
dragon.
skulls put into the wall, and there's guillotines fucking everywhere.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dark imagery, yeah.
And that's also where you find Dead Hand again.
Sure.
Plus, you also find Dead Hand at the bottom of the well. Because those two are connected, because you need to get to the bottom of the well just to get the Lens of Truth.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what, the Lens of Truth is fucking wacky.
Huh.
But I really like the Lens of Truth and everything, and God, I'm just not remembering a lot of stuff from Ocarina of Time. I'm sorry for backtracking.
No, that's fine.
There's a lot to Ocarina of Time that I really love. And there is actually quite a lot of dark elements in that game, much like Majora's Mask, but Majora's Mask is twice as dark.
Yeah.
Just because of its way it's made. Even though it actually has the exact same engine as Ocarina of Time. Basically you have, like, everybody that's the same, but everybody has a Terminian counterpart. Which means, like, okay, so Kuume and Kotake.
Yeah.
They have counterparts there, but they're shop owners.
Okay.
And Kotake and Kuume is Twin Rova. In Ocarina of Time, because that's the enemy of, well, that's the boss of the Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
And they're also Ganondorf's surrogate mothers.
Oh.
Keep in mind, they're like 400 some odd years old.
Oh, wow. I don't know why, but it reminded me of a quote from Lo Wang when he was like, kind of guilty. I don't know why, but that made me think of that quote.
Oh, they're kind of creepy looking.
Yeah.
They have like gigantic noses.
So they're Jewish.
Well,
and I've been banned.
No,
really. Okay.
I mean, they practice dark magic.
Oh, okay.
But all Gerudos have big noses, honey.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do.
Don't take this the wrong way, guys. I'm just saying that they look like they're based off of, like, Islam a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean... But they're inherent, but they're not necessarily bad.
Oh, I'm a werebeast right now. Oh, shit.
But Islam and the Gerudos obviously are not actually bad.
What? I never said they were bad. Oh, Islam. Oh, yeah. I've kind of eased up on Islam a little bit. Just because I did some research into it, and it's much more like Christianity than people want to admit.
Yeah,
like they believe in okay, Jesus and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, basically, like, that's pretty much those two, and just anyway, moving on to the next game, Skyward fucking Sword, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. I love Skyward Sword. I like all the kind of like the pastel color looking thing. Yeah. You know, I like the fact that it's where the birthplace of the Master Sword is, the birthplace of Hyrule.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like, chronologically speaking, it's...
This has never happened in Dagger Unity. I fell through the world.
But, you know, Skyward Sword is a great fucking game, but it also stressed me out to beat fucking hell. And the reason for that being is the fucking silent realm, or whatever the fuck it was called, for the, I have to get the Tears of Light, or whatever. And there was Guardians, which do not look like the ones in Breath of the Wild, by the way. They literally are different shapes, but they look like humanoid beings that have gigantic fucking hammers.
Oh, wow.
And if you wake one up, they will come after you and start smacking the shit out of you, and they hit you once,
Yeah.
you will die.
Oh, wow.
And you get kicked out. I hated trying to do that shit. I know right now, I think I'm trying to get to the Fire Temple, I think. Because I have to lead that little ancient robot through Elden.
Oh, wow.
And defeat all sorts of monsters on the way, which I wish, honest to fucking God, that I could just kill them before I have to take him, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because all the fucking moblins are douchebags.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I need arrows. I can only hold 30.
I actually got a question. Why, like in Breath of the Wild, for example, there's only like 4 or 5 enemy types?
Okay, so in Breath of the Wild, you have the Bokoblins, Moblins, and the Zalfos for some 3 pretty prominent main enemies. Not to mention those are the main enemies.
Yeah.
And then some secondaries are the Choo-Choo and the Peace.
Okay.
And then some mini bosses are the Hinox, Lynels, Molduga, and Guardians.
Okay, so there's...
So, technically, I mean, and the Bokoblins, Moblins, and Lizalfos all come in different variation of color.
Well, yeah. Which I like the color variation. That's something they've been doing since fucking Dragon Quest.
Yeah. Like, the red's the weakest, blue is a level up, black is a level up from blue, at least in Bokoblins, and white and or silver is the highest, unless you are in master mode.
Yeah.
Which then gold is the highest. Then for Moblins it goes red, black. They don't have a blue type.
Okay.
Red, black, silver. Then in the master mode, obviously gold.
Yeah.
And then the Zalfos, they have even more types.
Wow.
Because they have their standard green. Then they have blue. Then they have red.
Yeah.
And they also have silver and gold, but then there's 2 extra types. Which are electric and fire.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. There's actually 3 extra types. I lied. So there's the 3 elemental types, which are fire, ice, and electric.
Okay.
And the same goes for the keys for the regular keys, which are just black.
Yeah.
Then there's fire, ice, and electric.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. And Choo-Choos have the exact same thing. I like the elemental things.
Yeah.
But I really do like how the Revolvers have a fuck ton of variety.
Yeah.
And then for like a Hinox, for example, they start out as red, then they go to blue, then black. That's it.
Yeah.
The black one is the strongest. Still pretty fun to beat. They're not that hard.
Yeah.
Then there's a Molduga, which is basically like take a fish make it look weirdly prehistoric and gigantic, and shove it underneath the sand because it's
Uh.
basically a sand swimmer.
It's a sandfish.
Literally, it
That's
is.
metal.
And there's actually not really any variations for the Molduga, except for, like, you have the standard, and then you have the Moldu King, which is a gigantic, like, white one, I think. Okay. In terms of how big a Molduga is, I think a Molduga could actually fit in this entire room.
Wow.
Like, and take up the entire space. The Moldu King, however, would actually have to go all the way to the front door.
Wow.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Although what's weird is that, typically, like, bomb arrows work with a regular Molduga, but with the Moldu King, you have to use shock arrows.
Okay.
For some reason, and it just hits it harder.
Yeah.
Although, you can't really fight the Moldu King unless you have the Champion's Ballad. And, yeah. The Champion's Ballad is a difficult fucking bitch. I also refuse to do it in Master Mode.
Yeah.
So. But, anyway, but then for, like, Lynels, you have red, blue, silver, and then gold and Master Mode.
Yeah.
And also, there is only, and I do mean only, 21 Lynels in the entire game. And I have them mapped out on my map, because in the Master Mode version, there's one right on the fucking Great Plateau.
Wow.
There's 4 in Hebra, 3 in Eldon, 2 in Apollo, 2 in the Nakuda,
Yeah.
1 on the Great Plateau, there's 2 in Gerudo, there's 2 in the Gerudo Desert, there's maybe 2 in Faron. I think there's also at least 1 or 2 in Sabantha.
The fact that you know all these provinces is just shocking to me, because there's no way I could remember half the provinces in fucking Daggerfall, let alone fucking, like, there's no fucking way.
I mean, I guess it's not really all that hard for me, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's some provinces I don't really remember right now, but, and then for Guardians, I mean, the only types that you really have are either the broken ones or the... Well, no, there is a few different types, actually. They just range in style, really. Because you have, like, the stationary, like, one that just rises up and just points something at you.
Yeah.
Then you have the Guardian Stalkers, which are the walking, moving around ones. Then you have the broken ones that are just kind of chilling to the ground.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, the Guardian Scouts. Which, those actually change depending on their, like, headdress looking thing. Basically, the lowest grade one is, it's, the minor, moderate, and major test of strength. Those. Basically, like, if their head starts off as smooth in the minor, then they start getting, I guess, ears?
Yeah.
Is the best way to put it?
They're like spikes, yeah.
Well, not really spikes. They literally look like little cub ears. And then the other one, it looks kind of like a crown type thing, because they're the strongest Guardian Scout.
Oh, okay.
And I still hate fucking test of strength.
I actually like those. Those are actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. I like the combat in that game. It's pretty fun.
I like exploring.
Yeah.
You don't like exploring. You like fighting.
Yeah, I'm more of the fighter, and she's more of the explorer.
I mean, I like fighting too, just because of loot, but...
Yeah, loot.
But, like, then again, there's also the flying type of guardians
Yeah.
that will fly around a certain perimeter. Such as all the ones that, and also they always shine a red light down
Yeah.
to capture, to see where anything's moving.
Mm.
And yeah. So Guardians do come in wide variety, and also in Age of Calamity there is this little tiny egg Pokemon.
Pokemon. Well, that is Nintendo, so I mean, you know.
Where's my brain going?
He's like a mini guardian.
Yes, it's a mini little egg guardian, and it's
Yeah.
so cute.
It's adorable.
Even the
Ooh,
cat's
ebony.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a corrupt one. I don't know exactly what corrupted it.
Huh.
Well, obviously, okay, I do know what corrupted it, but like what I mean is like I don't know why it's corrupted.
Yeah.
I guess is the best way to put that.
It chose the dark side.
It did.
Yeah.
Then again, Age of Calamity has a fuck ton of lore in it anyway.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, back to Skyward Sword. Like, a lot of people hate the motion controls.
Yeah.
But here's my thing.
Hmm.
A lot of people played Twilight Princess on the Wii.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it came out in 2006 on the Wii and the GameCube.
Huh.
And honestly, I fucking hate the motion controls in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Because I cannot do them.
They're just exhausting.
Well, like, okay, actually, with Skyward Sword, it is so easy.
Yeah.
It is so much easier to hack and slash everywhere.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I just don't understand why it's... I just don't understand why everybody hates it so much, yet loves fucking Twilight Princess on the Wii.
Yeah, that...
It's like, why hate one but not the other? Because they both have motion controls.
Yeah.
Granted, you can, like, you can't even press B to swing your sword in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Obviously, so Skyward Sword is actually making use of the
motion...
remote.
Yeah, the Wii remote, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's like, motion control plus or something.
Huh.
But the one I have has it built in and blah 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 blah. But basically, it's the motion control plus is basically like you can use it easier.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's what's fucking me up with Twilight Princess, because I cannot get past the Boko King.
Yeah.
Or the no. It's not a problem, but... I think it's a boblin? Something like that. I don't know.
What the fuck's a boblin?
It's another enemy in Zelda. It's basically like a bokoblin, but not quite.
Okay. It's a bokoblin, but half the calories.
Actually no, they're kind of strong. They're kind
Okay, twice the calories.
of. But anyway, the king of them, which looks fucking hideous.
Yeah.
It looks like what an ogre should look like.
Yeah.
They're little fucking demon goblins, I swear to God. But,
Jeez.
but in Skyward Sword, there is just so much lore, and it is such a pretty game.
Yeah. Like,
I just love exploring them, and a lot of people wanted to explore between Farron and, like, Lanayru Desert, sorry. Yeah, the desert used, like, the Lanayru region used to be, ocean.
Hmm.
Then that got changed to, the Nakluda.
Huh.
Well, no, Lanayru is still there. Never mind. Lanayru is actually still in Breath of the Wild, because that's another game.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, that game's also a fucking mess.
Sure.
Basically, Lanayru ended up having water again. And the desert ended up being Gerudo Desert.
Okay.
So I don't know how that switch became there. I never knew. I kind of don't understand how that happened because first it was an ocean, then it was a desert, now it's an ocean again. So
Yeah.
or water, or this, or that. Basically, Lake Hialeah is right there.
Okay.
So, or that's usually where it's at. I should
Yeah.
say. But I love seeing the Master get made. I love seeing Zelda find herself as the goddess Hylia.
Yeah.
I love just, how it was done, and also, like, the fight against Demise, which I obviously haven't gotten to, but I've seen videos of it, and it looks badass.
Yeah.
It really does, and it looks really nice. But, like, yes, the motion controls in there can be very difficult to try and use, but who cares?
Yeah.
Just get the fuck up and start swinging the damn thing.
Yeah.
Just start swinging.
Yeah. Essentially, again, like, and I know a lot of people in Zelda complain about like that giant chubby pink tentacle thing in the hack and slash swing one.
Oh, are you talking about Skyward Sword?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Are you talking about
the chubby tentacle thing with one eye.
the Pentalus or whatever the
Yeah,
hell it's called?
Tentalis, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, actually, that enemy actually gave me issues.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how the fuck anybody else didn't really like that enemy. I thought it was actually kind of cool, although it did kind of look like a feminized version of Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, it kind of did. Or
Well,
Jim
no,
Sterling.
It wasn't a feminized version. It was basically Mike Wazowski, like, had sex with his girlfriend in the movie
Yeah.
and made Tentalis.
Oh, okay. So Tentalis is the bastard child of Mike Wazowski and that snake lady.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I don't know if that's cool or horrifying.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
But, like, or, like, it's Medusa if she was a Cyclops
Yeah.
and gigantically ugly.
Sure. Although I was watching a video on the Druids, and there was this one guy that who was Roman, and he claimed that the Druids were like into human effigies and all this stuff, and roasting people alive and all this stuff, and human sacrifice. But he also claimed that people in Africa had one eye, and some tribes had one leg, and they used their giant foot to block the sun from their head. They would lay on their back and put their fucking foot over their head to block the sun.
Alright.
I kid you, that's what that dude said about fucking Africa. Like, he could have just said, I don't like darkies. He could have just said that, but no, he's like, oh, they have one eye, and like, fucking.
I love Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Skyward Sword is pretty cool.
Although the imprisoned it literally just looks like it looks like an overly ripe avocado with legs.
Leg avocado.
And arms.
Limbed avocado.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of looks like a rotten avocado that's trying to climb out of the sacred ground.
Jeez.
Kind of very broken. But, whatever. On to the next game.
Yeah.
Which is Link Between Worlds.
Okay. I think this will be your last one. Yeah. Do those two. Do those two.
Okay, Link Between Worlds. It's basically Link to the Past.
Yeah.
But newer.
Yeah.
Instead of a Dark World, which, I mean, it is technically the Dark World, but it's under a different name, but, basically you have Low Rule.
Huh.
which is where it. Okay, you know how I said that Ocarina of Times, like characters all have a Terminian, like all have a Terminian counterpart.
Yeah, yeah.
Hyrule and Lorule are about the same, but the thing is, it's like they're kind of like meshed in one game.
Hmm.
Like Princess Zelda, Princess Zelda's counterpart is Princess Helga.
Yeah.
Uh, Link's counterpart is Ravio,
Yeah.
and you know, so on and so forth. And like, it's just one of those really cool games. And actually, for some reason, I can beat that one easier than Link to the Past. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm doing. Why can't I do Link to the Past?
Hmm.
Because, yeah. But anyway, I did get through Link Between Worlds a little bit, and it's a great game because it oh, how do I even describe it? Like, I really just love playing that game just because it does actually have quite a bit of lore.
Yeah.
It's just it's just an interesting concept because, you know, Link can turn into a painting and kind of go against a wall.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Which I think is a pretty cool mechanic, to be honest.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just, I love the story behind it all. Like, you know, Helga was kind of blinded by Yuga, thinking that, you know, she was just gonna take whatever that she could and try and fix her own kingdom.
Yeah.
When in all reality, she was just blinded by Yuga, and Yuga was actually a very bad man. And because Yuga tricked her into tricking Zelda and Link.
Okay.
And Yuga is a wizard there, and he is not nice.
Okay.
And also, he merges with Ganon and to make you Ganon, and it's
Oh, wow.
creepy. But I also just love exploring between the two worlds. It's really fun,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Like, I can't really describe that one too well, just because to me, it just has so much in it. Like, although I'm not a huge fan of the mechanic for the items thing. Like, I don't know. I don't see why you have to buy your equipment.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really much of a reason. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And, like, although I do like the concept that, like, if you do get rid of your own Triforce, it will basically start ruining your country.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what happened to Lorule, because there's actually big canyons
Wow.
in between parts of it that you do not want to fall in.
Yeah.
But I do like that concept, but in the end, you know, Zelda and Link end up helping Helga restore her kingdom and her Triforce,
Oh, okay.
making it so all the monsters will go away.
Yeah.
And on to Breath of the Wild, which is my very first Zelda game. It is one of my favorites. I fucking love this game.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a good starter game.
Yeah.
I really do, and it's easy. It's, well, not super easy, but it's fairly easy.
Yeah.
Once you get everything really figured out. Although, like, okay, so you know how you have those 4 shrines that are on the Great Plateau.
Yeah.
You know, although there's like 8 of them after Champion's Battle, but that's beside the point. Basically, after that, this is kind of a funny story between my dad and I. He was playing it, or I was playing it, somebody was. And, you know, we just get off the Great Plateau. Oh my god, we're exploring.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing some kick-ass shit here. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Every last other thing for the Shrines of the Great Plateau gave us runes.
Yeah.
We were so fucking confused
Yeah.
that we thought that before the 5th shrine that we came in contact with, which is one that we saw on the way to Kakariko Village,
Yeah.
and also on the way to the Dueling Peak Stable. When we were on the way to that, we came across a shrine, you know,
Yeah.
as usual.
And you thought that one was gonna give you a rune, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and we were so fucking confused, and then it finally dawned on us, wait,
We got all the runes.
we already got all the runes, and
Yeah.
that's not gonna give us anything.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And just, yeah. Here, you can have the last piece.
Okay.
And
Clove.
just, what?
Clove.
But also, like, Breath of the Wild is just chock full of so much stuff. Not even
Yeah.
just lore, just everything. Like,
It's even a decent RPG for the most part.
it's literally just an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's sort of level-based, sorta.
Yeah.
Not fully, but I don't care if it's level-based or not. You want it to be, for some fucking reason,
Yeah.
because you're used to RPGs being that way.
Yeah, kinda. Well, levels are kinda dumb unless they're done the right way.
But the thing is, like, I don't think there's really too much of a need for it. I mean, your level is your hearts.
Essentially.
And, you know, like, I mean, basically that just gives you a little bit more health. And not necessarily more power, but it gives you more power in the sense of you can last longer. You can actually fight the enemy you want. And in that, I mean, I got 28 hearts out of the 30 that you technically could get.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I decided to actually have a stamina wheel rather than actual hearts.
Yeah.
Because all I need to do is just cook some food and
Yeah,
I'll have
essentially.
hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So it really doesn't matter.
True.
But, like, I like how the potions are in that game because, like, you know, you actually get to make it yourself.
Yeah.
Granted, I do wish they actually had a recipe book that you could actually save your recipes in.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
But obviously I understand that there's limitations in this game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just, I love the nature in this game. I'm still finding new shit.
Cool.
And I've played it for, like, 3 years now.
Wow. It's hard to believe it's that old. It feels like a new game.
I've been playing it for a while now.
Yeah.
And I just fucking love it. It is, the nature's great, you know, you get to explore so much stuff, you get to find so much stuff. Like, there's chests and just everything hidden all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And Hyrule Castle is absolutely gorgeous. Like, and also the theme for that, oh my god. All you hear is people marching.
Oh, wow.
To a song. And it sounds badass.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it does sound really cool, though.
Although everybody really likes the Dark Beast Ganon
Yeah.
thing, like the Dark Beast Ganon theme, but I never actually got into that because the only part that I really like is this dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of goes into this weird, like, ravey type of music, and I'm like, kinda?
Yeah.
Well, kind of like a poppy sounding thing, or dubstep.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, God. Fucking douche step. Fucking.
Although a lot of people have complained about the lack of music or why the weapons break. A lot of people have complained about Breath of the Wild.
I don't have a problem with weapons breaking because that's how it is in Daggerfall. And, I mean, but they need to make weapons more durable. Daggerfall...
Well, that's the thing.
It takes a couple of dungeons, big dungeons, to really break a weapon, and you use it all throughout. So it takes time.
But, Chris, the reason why that some of the things break, some of the things don't...
Yeah.
Too fast, anyway.
Yeah.
Like the Master Sword, it just runs out of energy.
Yeah.
I mean, by that point, it's a good... I mean, It's over 10,000 years old, that sword.
Yeah.
It's an old fucking sword.
Yeah.
Like, and Fi's still in there. Like, she fucking, like, beat or blipped a little
Oh wow.
when Link died. Practically.
Yeah.
Or almost did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's actually another thing about Twilight Princess. The hero of time is training his successor.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I fucking love that concept. It's ass.
Cool. Yeah.
But, just Breath of the Wild is just so fucking cool. And when you first play it, you really do get this weird awe factor. Like, I wish I could re-experience that again and again and again, just because it's such a great thing to feel. Like you just see yourself just looking at this vast area, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? I gotta explore all this. Of course, then again, you could also be like me on the Great Plateau, which I was a gigantic pussy. Nah, dude, I really was.
Yeah.
I was a fucking gigantic pussy. It was bad. But I just fucking love those games.
Yeah.
Like, I could probably tell you anything about Zelda.
Yeah.
Practically, if you really wanted to. I mean, if there's anything you want to know about Zelda, just ask me.
Yeah.
So, now that I'm
Easy way to
done,
raise
any
my rep.
questions?
Not really. You kind of summed it up pretty nicely as to why you like it, what was cool about it, and that kind of stuff.
I mean, I kind of
Yeah, which is fine. Which is fine. What should I talk about then? About games I like? I mean, I am playing Daggerfall. I mean,
you can compare on why Daggerfall is better than Skyrim.
oh yeah. Yeah, no. Mostly because the thing with Daggerfall is you have more to do. There's temples for every deity. And there's deities in Daedra that don't exist in Skyrim that are in Daggerfall. Like right now, I'm in a shrine to Julianos, which is named after Julian LeFay, the lead programmer. And you know, so it really has this, and it's just the world is fucking huge. It's supposed to be like the size of Great Britain, but I think it's bigger than that in terms of like square mileage.
Yeah, no, it's not as big as Great Britain. It's like the size of Europe.
Yeah, I think it's the size of Europe more like, but
in general.
Yeah, but everyone says Great Britain. Like even the lead writer for Daggerfall, even he said it was the size of Great Britain. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. I'm just gonna make some donations so I have enough reputation to do stuff. Even though it is procedurally generated, there are handcrafted dungeons, and those typically tend to be the biggest dungeons. The handcrafted dungeons are fucking huge. You know, again, there's all these different guilds to join: the Mages Guild, the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood's in this. They are in Skyrim, but the only quests that are like preordained are the ones that are the story quests. All the other quests are random to some extent. Now, there's certain types of quests that are like, it's like a fetch quest or an escort or whatever. But the locations where you go and who you interact with are completely random. It's just the basic task is kind of the same, right? So it's not as scripted as Skyrim. That's one thing I don't like about Skyrim is how scripted and small it is. Like, let me just head outside. Here's a map of this one area. Look at all those fucking houses. And a palace, houses, dozens of stores, 3 guilds, like 10 taverns at least, a dozen stores. Actually, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. This isn't even a capital city. And there's 27 stores. I mean, you really get a sense for how big these places are. You get a sense for how big the cities are and the taverns, and you can own a ship and a horse and a cart, and you can turn into a werewolf, werebeast, a wereboar. There's just so much content in Daggerfall. And one thing I love that Skyrim doesn't have at all is the legal system. There's a legal system in Daggerfall. You can plead guilty, and the court will show you mercy, or you can say you're innocent. I mean, you committed the crime, obviously, but you can say you're innocent. And if your charisma's high enough, your personality's high enough, they will believe you and let you go. However, if you're a high member of the Thieves Guild, then the Thieves Guild will actually bribe the judge. And you'll be deemed innocent anyways. So you won't have to, say anything. They'll just bribe the judge for you. So, that's... Again, there's a lot of options for that. And when you go to jail, you stay in jail and you watch the days tick down. And you have a chance of dying in prison. It's crazy. Like, and that's just not the thing. Like, in Skyrim, you go to jail. Okay, you're there for a night. You sleep on a cot, you wake up, it's done, right? No real sense of consequence, no real sense of punishment, nothing. But in Daggerfall, you watch the days pass you on a counter. You literally watch the days go by. And you change in prison, and it affects your character, and you could die in prison. Like, it's, that's just so much more roleplay based, roleplay centric. It's so much more realistic compared to, oh, I'll just take a nap for 12 hours. Oh, I'm free. Oh, my stolen items are gone. Oh, well. Right? Like, there's no real sense of consequence. Other than your stolen stuff is taken. That's really it. But, in the court, like, you watch the days go by on a counter, and, things could happen in prison, or a breakout could happen, or a riot could happen, or whatever. Like, it just, shit could happen in prison. And, it's insane, that kind of stuff. And to join the Dark Brotherhood, for example, you have to kill innocent people and then not get caught. And then the Dark Brotherhood will send you a letter, and they'll say, we know what you did. Now, meet us at this location, or else you'll be our enemy. Join us, or you'll be our enemy. And so you have a choice to either join them or go against them. If you join them, then you'll be welcomed to their ranks, and they'll give you assassination contracts and all that stuff. But now, and there's some quests, like for the Mages Guild, where you have to fight the Thieves Guild. Because the Thieves Guild stole a magical item. And you'll have to go against the Thieves Guild in order to make good with the Mages Guild. So it's kind of a balance of helping one group over the other. And that's the same with the reputation system. You've got which doesn't exist at all in Skyrim. The reputation system is, you know, the underworld, the nobility, the scholars, the merchants, um, the peasants. You know, you have all these groups, and if you have good reputation with one, you might have bad reputation with the other, and it kind of goes back and forth. And you can set your reputation at the beginning of your playthrough, but in order to have good reputation with one, you have to have bad reputation with another, right? You have to hurt one to help another, and it gives you this balance, you know. And although one thing I will admit, in terms of role playing, Lycans are kind of OP a bit. Like it buffs your stats like a motherfucker. So that's a little OP. And being a vampire is so hard. Like it's like playing on extra hard mode. It really is. Because you fucking die in the sun, and it's crazy. Like, and you don't have access to shops because they're closed. And it's insane. I wanted to make my character a vampire, but I didn't want to deal with all that shit. So yeah, yeah. Because if you're in the sunlight, you take damage.
Oh, yeah.
And the shops are only open during the day.
Yeah.
Now, some shops are open during the night, but only for a certain time.
Well, like, can't you wear some type of armor that's like
Actually, I wonder if I can wear a cloak and be concealed. I don't know if that works or not.
for you to try?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know if that works or not, but it could. Hey, there's my drink. I was looking for that. So yeah. But again, now Skyrim isn't. Let me put it this way: you can't fuck up Skyrim for me. Skyrim is my favorite region in all of Elder Scrolls, in all of Tamriel. That's my favorite region. So you can't fuck up Skyrim for me. Although they kind of, yeah, it's the home of the Nords. Which again, yeah, Nords, yeah. Which, and again, like, you got to keep in mind that, you can't fuck it up for me. And on top of that, they cool. They kind of changed a few things in the lore to suit Skyrim. Like, Skyrim is supposed to be this region of mountains, and they made it basically rolling hilltops. So it's not as mountainous as it should have been, but it is still pretty mountainous. But again, that and they changed, I think, Ymir to Talos. Like, they changed one of the deities to Talos worship, and then that was, ooh, let's hunt for undead. Castle Woodsley. Okay. Let me place down a marker in case I fall through the world again. That's never happened on Dagger Unity before. That's never happened. Yeah, no kidding. Now it has. Have fun. That's funny. Got 29 hours. Holy shit. Oh my god. My food's gonna be rotten by then. Fuck. Wow, this is a castle, eh? Holy crap. Oh my gosh. This place is beautiful. It's an actual fucking castle. Yes, Sammy, don't be a sucker. Oh, okay. Sure. No, I'm kidding. What? I always forget to equip my fucking lanterns. The lantern function isn't a mod, it's actually part of Daggerfall Unity. So, just to let you guys know. It's going through his ribs. There we go. Damn, how much shit can you take? Sometimes I feel like arrows go right through skeletons. I'm not sure if they actually do or don't, but... Okay, in order to pick a lock, you gotta steal a lock. Put steal. There you go. Mummies! Dead mummies. Ooh, magic shoes. Snake venom. An orange. That's cute. Although one thing someone needs to make a mod for is being able to loot containers in dungeons. That's something there needs to be a mod for. Because at that point, it will have everything Skyrim has. Ooh, successful backstab. With an arrow. Nice. Gargoyle. What? Ow. Take damage, you heathen. Trying to get my archery up. Good to rest on the floor, where it's nice and cozy. Ow, something flew into my eye.
I'm dressed up as a heavenly ghost.
Cool. I love all the outfits in Animal Crossing. It's really cool. Like, there's so much variety. Oh, it's a ghost. A heavenly ghost.
Wait a minute, hang on. I have a halo.
Cool. Always good to check for hidden doors. Another big thing of the differences is just how vastly different the dungeons are. The dungeons in Daggerfall are fucking labyrinths. They are massive, and just regular dungeons, not even actual labyrinth dungeons. Just regular ones. They're huge and sprawling and with hidden doors and secret entrances and exits and all sorts of cool stuff. Like, they're just full of mystery. Ooh. You know, it's just crazy how vastly different the dungeons are. The dungeons in Skyrim are pretty, but they're not. I mean, sometimes they're a challenge on a high difficulty, but that's it. They always loop back to the beginning. You kind of feel dumb, like it's catering to you for being handicapped. You know, like it's kind of how you feel, and just I don't know. You know, it's just kind of how it feels with that kind of stuff. Ooh. Oh crap. Take that, Wraith. God, he sent a bunch of fucking shit after me. Oh. Ah. Take that, monk. Steel Warhammer. Give me my arrows back. I had to yank my arrows out of a corpse.
I see.
Yep. Oh, well. Cool. But yeah. I don't know, I wanted to do this Kryscade just to kind of, you know, relax and chill and kind of talk and, you know, all that stuff, and nothing too serious, I guess. I mean, again, it's so weird how we still don't know who won the election, and Biden is beyond cheating. It's so obvious that he's cheating. We have evidence that he's cheating. And there just so happened to be an error with machines, ballot machines, that are specifically run by Democrats, like a Democrat company, a company that supports Democrats. And Tucker Carlson had mail that was delivered to him that exposed Biden doing some illegal shit, and it mysteriously was damaged by the UPS somehow, who themselves are Democrats, or back the Democratic Party. So that's, yeah, when the people delivering your mail make a stand, yeah, that's not a good sign. Nice. Nope, shit. Ha 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 ha. There's way too much, you know, there's way too many things that make the Democratic Party look guilty as sin, and it can't be a coincidence. And all these battleground states just so happen to be states that, not actual battleground states, but they're specifically states that that have they don't match voting, like electronic votes, with physical ballots. They don't match them. You know, they don't fact check ballots, which means that you can just dump thousands of fucking electronic ballots and they wouldn't know any different. That's fucking suspicious. We need to, this is what we need to do. Fucking dead end. We need to make it to where the only people who can vote are the people who go to the polls and actually vote. None of this electronic shit unless you're military or physically disabled. Like, you physically can't get there, or you're elderly or whatever. Either you're disabled or you're out of the country, military. Yeah, that's how it used to be, and that's it. That's no other mail-in ballot bullshit. No else. You can so easily cheat with mail-in ballots. Easily. Fucking easy. It's so easy to cheat with those motherfuckers. And the Dems are using it like a motherfucker to cheat. Like a motherfucker. You know, and back in my day, when you cheated, you know, back when bronze was a thing, if you cheated, you got fucking kicked out of the race. No matter what it was, if it was sports, if it was an election, if it was any competition, if you cheated, you got fucking kicked out. Why aren't we doing that to Biden? We have evidence that he cheated. Just kick him out of the fucking race. Disqualify him. Say, hey, Trump wins by default. Sorry. You know? Or you can have Trump versus Joe Jorgensen. You can do that if you really want to have a competition. You know? Which, I mean, it's the Libertarian Party is getting like 2% of fucking votes. You know, it's not like they're a viable fucking party yet. I think you need to get like 5% of the votes to be a viable party. And the Libertarian Party is just... Oh wow, it's a fucking loop. The Libertarian Party is just... It's become the party of pot, and I don't like that. Like, seriously, go to a Libertarian convention. You won't be able to breathe. Okay? Like, for real, you won't be able to breathe. That's how thick the fucking air is gonna be. From everyone vaping and smoking and all this. Like, that's... It's the party of fucking pot. And I more or less considered myself a libertarian for quite some time. You know, I kind of did. Like, I considered myself to be, you know, a little right of center, but, you know, about libertarian or so. And it's weird because just watching the left do all this crooked, back-dealing bullshit just makes me want to be Republican more and more. It makes me want to push away from the left more and more. For real, like I don't want to be associated with the left whatsoever because of this shit. Because they're fucking crooked, corrupt, cheating motherfuckers that only think about the 1% that they themselves are while rallying to defund the 1%. Here's the problem. If you tax the rich, it's going to go straight to the workers. Plain and simple. That's how it always fucking works. It'll directly affect the fucking workers. Directly. And and this $20 minimum wage, it's going to bankrupt us. Seriously, it's going to bankrupt us. It's going to fuck up our economy.
I mean, you know why you have to have a higher minimum wage?
Well, actually...
You know why?
Well...
No, honestly, do you know why?
Why is this supposed to be higher? Because everything's so expensive?
Yeah.
No, this is how you do it. You back the dollar with gold. You go back to the gold standard.
I wish we could.
That would make the money valuable.
Chris?
What?
I wish we could.
We can go back to the gold standard.
Not if we don't have gold.
Well, that's true, but you know we're supposed to have gold in Fort Knox. Supposed to.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, the last time we saw any proof of that was in the fucking 70s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but again, like, you know, we need to go back to backing our currency with something more valuable than paper. You know, we need to do that. We need to go back to a standard where our money was valuable. If we really want to fix the economy, then that's what we got to do.
Uh-huh.
You know, raising minimum wage, it sounds good in theory.
Well, I'm not saying that it should be like 20.
Well, yeah.
I do think it needs to be raised anyway, though.
Again, that sounds like a good...
No. If...
It sounds good on paper, is what I'm saying.
No. If they don't start changing the costs of things
Yeah.
and making it so that we can actually have a livable wage.
Yeah.
Because guess what, honey?
I agree with
Honey,
the cost of
honey,
things going down.
Honey,
What?
you and I cannot live separately.
Well, yeah, I know.
Say we were just roommates.
Yeah, that's true.
You couldn't live by yourself, I couldn't live by myself.
Yeah, it's true. We couldn't afford it. I mean...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if we can't go to the gold standard, we have to make it so that everybody has a livable wage.
Yeah.
If we can't go back to the gold standard, if we can, then yes,
Yeah.
we can do this. But the thing is, the minimum wage hasn't changed since, like, the 1990s.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it hasn't changed since, like, the 2000s.
Yeah.
And the thing is, prices keep rising and
Prices
rising.
keep going up. Yeah. Inflation.
And
yeah.
the thing is, like, $7.25 an hour
Yeah.
is not a livable wage.
No, it's not.
And that's why I'm actually for raising minimum wage if we can't go back to the gold standard.
Yeah. Again, I get what you mean. I get where you're coming from. But unfortunately...
And if we do it right, it won't tank the economy.
Yeah, you gotta do it incrementally. Without fucking up
Okay, how about this?
the cost of living.
How about this? Minimum wage everywhere should at least be 10.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
If not 15.
I think 15's a bit much. 10's good.
Not,
10's good.
20 for me is a bit much.
Yeah.
But the lowest I will allow is 10.
Yeah.
10 is the highest, not the highest, the lowest that it should ever be. 15 actually would make us have a livable wage.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand that.
Yeah. Well, no, I do understand. I'm just looking at this from an economical viewpoint.
If we do it right, it won't tank the economy. I understand where you're coming at.
Yeah.
But the thing is, think about it. You can create more jobs if you pull people in with the fact that they are going to be getting a better starting pay.
Yeah. Essentially, what we need to do is we need to stop increasing the cost of living.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Because cost of living keeps going up. And you need to have a balance.
Honestly,
Now,
I don't think a stock market's actually all that needed, but...
Well, I don't know if stock market is part of the free market or not. I really don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. That's a good question. I heard something.
It's part of the economy.
Yeah, it's part of the economy.
But the thing is, like, there's so much money getting put into that thing that there's got to be extra.
Yeah.
This country has extra money stored somewhere. That's another thing that I don't think you actually understand that well.
Huh?
Is that this country actually has money that's just kind of lying around.
Yeah, that I didn't know. I thought we were broke motherfuckers because we're in debt so much.
No.
Although a lot of the debt's been going down because of Trump.
I watched it go up to like 11 trillion or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Obama did more spending in 4 years than every other president combined. Well, I'm just saying.
But I think I go away when you interrupt me. Because then you go off on a tangent that lasts an hour.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm talking. But basically, if we do it right, it won't take the economy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, one, here's how we do that. You don't want to know how?
Huh.
This seems actually like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Bring more industry to America.
Yes.
Give them a higher paying. Give it a higher pay.
Yeah.
Creates more jobs.
Yeah.
And also, along with that, they will get drawn into that $15 minimum wage.
Yeah.
Which actually, I think is a good starting pay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm also thinking more of the factory workers.
Yeah.
Now, for like something like McDonald's, $10.
Yeah.
That's a good $10 thing.
Yeah.
They want 15. I don't. I mean, if that's the only job they can get, I mean, I do think 10 would be a good starting pay.
Yeah.
And they can get higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
Like, after about a year, maybe.
Yeah.
But then again, we also have to think about the fact that major cities... I actually think major cities should be regulated more than what they actually are now.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because the people running those major cities...
Yeah.
They're gonna tank their own city.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because they're gonna keep raising wages.
They're
gonna keep raising wages.
Yeah.
Not wages, prices, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna keep rising it with no clear reason.
Yeah.
Granted, we do not have as high as an inflation, such as, like, we do not have one as high as Japan or Mexico.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature. Or China.
Yeah.
But if we have the gold standard back, yeah, I'd be fine with that. I want that back. Did you know that?
Yeah. No, I believe you.
Did you know that I wanted that before I mentioned it?
Oh, no, not really.
Yeah. I've been thinking that for years.
Oh, cool.
I already knew that we needed it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't know how well we're going to be able to attain it.
Yeah.
Considering most of the world's actually running out of gold.
Yeah, that's true.
So...
if not gold, then maybe an oil standard. That could work. I mean...
yeah?
we have so much oil. And,
yeah, we have oil in America.
Yeah. And Mexico has a shit ton of oil.
And the thing is, like, actually, I'm fine with going to Mexico for some production.
Yeah.
Only because it's super duper close to America. That means Americans can actually go down there if it's on the border.
Yeah, I'd rather have a trade deal with Mexico than with anyone the fuck else.
I would rather that too, especially if it's regarding, like, factories.
Oil and factories and
Yeah, and not have to do it from, like, Saudi Arabia or China or something like that.
We need to leave the Middle East the fuck alone, which Trump has done. He's like the only president in my lifetime that's not fucked with another nation in a major incursion or done anything in the Middle East.
The only thing that I don't even know what exactly he did, but he did something with Ukraine.
Yeah, he basically bombed like a desolate field that no one was in, kind of just to send a message.
What did Ukraine do?
They were allied with Russia, and it was more of a warning strike against Russia because they were Russia's allies. It was more of a warning strike, to my knowledge. So again, like that was,
Then how was that a bad thing, considering Obama had drone strikes
that actually killed people? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's only bad when Republicans do it. That's the leftist media for you. It's only bad when. Yeah.
That's such a stupid reason to get impeached.
Yeah. Now, granted, they were working so hard on this impeachment bullshit over fucking nothing, over no one getting killed, and fucking because they were so busy working on the impeachment, we didn't have time to prepare for coronavirus. Trump couldn't warn us ahead of time or anything because he was too busy dealing with impeachment.
You want to know why?
Why? Is it because of the Ukraine stuff?
No.
Why?
Well, I'm going to give a little thing of that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the reason why he never really got told too much about Corona and he had to deal with that impeachment thing is because a lot of people they are technically on the left, but when I was reading this thing,
she wasn't thinking left and right.
I wasn't thinking left and right, I was thinking good and bad.
Yeah.
Which is actually how you're supposed to think it. Because I don't think the Democratic Party is bad by any means. I think they actually have some good ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
And same thing goes for the right. But then again, on the same right, but both of them have shitty ideas.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter which side you go to, both of them are going to have good and bad.
Yeah.
But, you know, on both sides, there's good and bad people.
Yeah.
And their party should not get in the way of them being persecuted, arrested, whatever. It should not matter.
Yeah.
Even if they are very prominent leftists,
Yeah.
I guess. But basically, the reason why he never got warned about Corona was because they were too busy basically trying to, like, direct the attention to Trump's impeachment rather, because that was part of their tactic.
Yeah.
They were directing impeachment allegations, and they were basically making up every single allegation they could fucking think of and guided it towards Trump.
Yeah.
Because they were in the background working with China to basically Corona was basically they were working with China to basically make a global pandemic, and also, like, excuse the fact that this is probably going to turn into a huge ass conspiracy theory video a little bit. I am sorry. If you think I'm fucking nuts, you can definitely think that, because I sometimes think I'm nuts for even thinking this, so just bear with me.
Yeah.
Basically, there is talk of the 5G towers causing things in our heads, in our bodies, to basically change the way we think, talk, act, etc.
It has a lot to do with theta waves.
Yeah. And basically it's part of an electromagnetic field, which humans in and of themselves are technically electric beings.
Yeah.
We have
electrical impulses in our...
Yes.
Yeah.
We have electrical field, a tiny electrical field around us, which they connect to, which the 5G stuff connects to. And I've noticed some parallels in between Corona and how people are acting, because if you think back to H1N1, that was actually, they had a fuck ton of cases.
Yeah.
Granted, there might be more deaths now, but the thing is, that might also be due to the fact that maybe they're just not getting treatment.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, this is supposed to be a pandemic.
Yeah.
And I do realize that 200,000 people have died from Corona in the U.S.
Yeah.
compared to H1N1 thing, but the thing is, what if they're not getting treatment? And everybody for H1N1 was getting treatment.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, that was before Obamacare was completely a thing.
That's true. That's true.
And now, since a lot of people don't have insurance, it's very hard for them to actually get tested or even just
Well,
anything.
they have insurance, it just doesn't cover anything.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They might have insurance, but some people actually don't.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the people that, even if they do have insurance and that doesn't cover much, they might not even be able to get tested, and if they are positive, they might not even be able to get treatment or even get the medicine that they need.
Yeah.
And that's probably why there were so many deaths this time rather than how many H1N1 had. Because everybody was actually able to get help.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, since the 5G towers are possibly messing with all of our brainwaves and electromagnetic field, causing us to basically have mass panic.
Yeah.
And I actually do believe that's exactly what's happening, because, and the thing is, it's also kind of a thing as well to think about our immune systems when we're wearing these masks.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, wearing masks can be a good thing, but after a while, they will mess with your immune system.
Yeah.
And that's probably another reason why everybody's getting so sick.
Yeah.
because their immune system is dulling down.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say you guys can't wear the masks. You can do whatever the hell you want. I personally don't think they're actually going to save anybody.
It's weird because fucking Fauci said that they don't do shit. And then everyone's convinced that, and then he says, well, they cure everything. And then they're like,
well,
okay, yeah, sure.
You do realize why they're telling them that, right?
Why?
Because they're basically what they're trying to do is once they dull down their immune systems and, you know, the people's immune systems, they, you know, make their health worse.
Yeah.
They can't fight back.
Yeah, if you're sickly, you're not gonna revolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
And that's honestly kind of what's happening, because they're basically just trying to make it so we're all little obedient people that won't revolt against a tyrannical government.
Well, George Carlin used to say, essentially, if you own slaves, you want them smart enough to work the machinery, but dumb enough not to question your ideas.
Yeah, and I realize that they are leftists, and the people that, well, can I start naming names? They are prominent names. They are prominent names.
This is guys. Keep in mind, this is entirely based on a document she found. It was a legal court document, some 80 pages long. It was a legal court document, and it implicated the Clintons and all sorts of fucking people.
Actually, I didn't see the Clintons.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, then who was on there?
Okay, so the people that I can remember the most of are, guess what? The Bidens.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
He's in on it along with his son Hunter.
Yeah.
Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Google, like just the entirety of Google.
Yeah.
There's a phone company called Huawei, which is basically a Chinese phone company.
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, they're all working with China because, you know, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And that's how I started wondering that this is just a bioweapon.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell it's not.
Yeah.
I do believe it's a bioweapon.
Huh.
And I was talking to somebody who said that, you know, it is a bioweapon, but they said that it possibly wasn't going to come out as soon as it did.
Huh.
They said that, which is a good possibility, but regardless, it is out now.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But yes, I did get this from a legal court document, and I did try showing this to another person, and they didn't believe me. They said it was fake just because, you know, all of them are left-leaning people.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to ruin their name. And I'm like, no. I think they're just bad people.
Yeah.
And also, another thing I saw was, the only reason why I'm really starting to believe this document is because, you know, specifically with Bill Gates.
Yeah.
There was a video of him talking about the coronavirus vaccine, which a man that does computers should not be giving a vaccine.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because he has no medical history, medical school history, to my knowledge. If he does, then I revoke my comment there, but to my knowledge he doesn't, and he only has possibly a computer degree, maybe.
Yeah.
But he dropped out of college.
Yeah.
Basically, I saw a video of him talking about it and talking about the vaccine, and he acted like he could care less.
Yeah.
Like, he just did not care about what was going to happen to everybody. And then, you know,
telling.
learning about what was in that court document, it kind of makes sense why he didn't care, because he's not trying to help it.
Yeah. He's in on it, yeah.
Yeah, he's in on it. So why the hell I mean, if anything, he's probably just gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I'm really debating how bad the coronavirus actually really is.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I've been told, in the beginning, we were told that everybody would have to be on respirators and
Yeah.
hospital beds and this, that, and the other thing. A lot of people are asymptomatic.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asymptomatic. Men, women, children, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or they only have like the sniffles or something. I mean,
They have like 1 or 2 symptoms, yeah.
sometimes they do get very deathly sick.
Yeah.
But that is almost a rarity.
Yeah.
And just basically what I'm getting at is like the coronavirus is just a bioweapon that has been made by our supposed possible new president.
Yeah.
Well, he had a hand in it, I should say. He didn't technically make it, but he had a hand. And that's honestly one of the reasons why I hate him I hate him with a passion.
Yeah.
Like, I even think that Trump is a little creepy, specifically towards his daughter.
Yeah.
And I still want him in office because I know he's not doing it. Because he's not going to destroy this world.
Yeah.
If Biden stays in office, he will ruin this world.
Yeah. Now,
because
all
of this is a globalist tactic.
Yeah.
Which globalism fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does exist. I remember back when it was a meme by Alex Jones, but it's a real thing, guys. It's the reason why we had World Wars 1, 2, and the Cold War.
Well, and also, I've been reading a book that's actually about the New World Order. Yay, more conspiracies.
Yeah.
And I was reading a book about that, and it really started to add up because this is just one of the first steps into a very globalist, like, planet, basically.
Yeah.
And basically what they're trying to do for the New World Order is basically almost trying to eradicate most religions.
Yeah.
And basically make debauchery a huge thing.
Huh.
Oh, and also another thing in this core document was a thing that has to do with feminism. Bloody phone.
I remember that part. That was essentially that.
Let me
okay.
my phone so I can actually read the fucking excerpt.
Yeah.
I just don't know where the fuck's at.
Yeah. She lost her phone.
I want to actually read it so we don't start talking.
Yeah.
Just talk about something else.
Personally, I'm a little skeptical about this court document, but it does kind of add up. I mean, it's not like this is a totally wild, unheard of theory. Well, I believe you. I don't know if I believe the document. I mean, I see the pieces that you see. I just don't know if that document's wholly reliable or not. Although it wouldn't make sense to lie in 80 pages, you know what I mean? Like, that's a bit excessive of a lie.
That it is. Okay. I'm gonna be finding the excerpt that says it, and also to any of you that is friends with either Chris or me, if you really want to know what this is all about, contact me or Chris, and we will talk to you in private.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to give out what this document's name is on this, because I want to play it safe.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't name it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here it is. So, in this document it says, basically this, and also this is also part of a very, it almost sounds like a futuristic, like, dystopian novel, almost, that talks about good AI versus bad AI,
Yeah.
which a lot of artificial intelligence stuff is in this court document
Yeah.
as a factor.
Uh.
And basically they're using it to basically give it a free thinking thing and wanting to control humans with the artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a fucked up thing. But here's something that was very interesting to me. Okay, so this AI is writing code and sustaining algorithms that propagate an extreme amount of pornography, violent pornography, and insinuation of rape and prostitution that denigrates females, young girls, altering humanity's thoughts and family-based concepts of traditional health-based ethics via their biometric systems, hence contributing to rape, sex and human trafficking, and broken families. Basically, it's talking about how the nuclear family unit is basically being demolished, which is not a good thing.
Which it adds up,
And
it being feminism, because a lot of them are really big into the really violent rape porn and rape fantasies, and they all hate the family unit for some reason.
Yes, this is right.
Like, it just...
And it is a very worrying thing because,
Yeah.
look, the family unit that's supposedly the nuclear family unit has been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
It's not even technically the nuclear family unit, it's just a fucking family.
Essentially.
It's literally just what a standard family is and has been for years.
Yeah.
And I just...
It's rough, basically.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It's very
yeah.
rough. And, like, just a lot of feminists do like the rape fantasy thing.
Yeah.
And I don't completely understand why, but the thing is, with how much violent pornography is around nowadays that insinuates CNC and other types of very violent sexual acts,
Yeah.
is very worrying.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm kind of leaning away from, like, I just hope to God none of our parents try to watch this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Basically, I kind of leaned away from, like, the S&M stuff a little.
Yeah.
Like, I still like part of it, but it's starting to kind of dawn on me, like, oh, that is the violent pornography.
Yeah.
Like,
That back when I used to watch porn, I specifically stayed away from the, like, the S&M porn specifically, because they go over the top with that shit. Like, I guess I'm into kind of light S&M, I guess, because they go into full on denigration, and they're like talking shit about their family and all this.
yeah, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's
like,
just
I'm
weird.
actually starting to really think that, that sort of stuff was actually kind of, was this, like, kind of mentally, like...
Estranged.
I don't know. Like...
Perverted?
No.
Demented?
No! Just stop!
Well, don't get mad at me, you God. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's just not mentally healthy. There we go.
Yeah.
It'll basically make your head think that this is okay.
Yeah.
And look, I do like seeing bruises on me, but, like, in only certain areas.
And it's consensual, yeah.
Yeah. And I am a masochist to an extent, but I'm not so much of one that I want, like, things all the fuck over me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind bruising on, like, my ass or something, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to kind of drift away from that sort of stuff just because I'm like, oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And, like, but yeah. I mean, if you ever wondered, like, why, I mean, and also the reason why there's probably more rape, wait a minute, okay. In terms of, like, history of this, was there more rape back then or today? For anybody?
Rape has gone down ever since we introduced porn. Rape has steadily gone down ever since.
Okay.
So it actually seems that with more porn, there's less rape.
Okay.
That's the trend, at least.
But what about the movement of the fact that there's people that are drifting away from it, claiming that it's actually mentally harming?
Well, feminists have been claiming that porn is subjugating women, which doesn't make sense because they get a bunch of money out of it.
No. I'm not talking about feminists.
Yeah.
I'm talking about men.
Oh, how men view it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that men don't like it. Because it's mentally harming for them.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, MGTOW's actually pretty pro-porn. I think... Well, most of them are. They're pretty pro-porn.
Honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat as them.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think porn is actually a good thing for the person's mind.
Yeah, it depends who you ask. There are people who think that porn's bad for you. Although I have heard the argument that porn, like, changes your brain chemistry or some shit like that.
I've heard that too, and
which,
I kind of think about that.
I mean, brain chemistry, that's a bit much, but...
Well, the thing is, actually,
I mean,
think that's possible.
Neural pathways, yes. Brain chemistry, no.
Well, the thing is, like, maybe what they mean by, like, brain chemistry is, like maybe it doesn't change, like it'll change, like, the hormones or something, or...
Yeah.
Because, you know, there is hormones released when you watch it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not saying we should ban it, but I do think it needs to be regulated.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Yeah, I mean, at least keep it away from children,
like,
you know?
Oh, God, yeah. Which is actually another thing, like, listen, I will talk about sexual things. I mean, if there's a teenager that needs to know things about sex, I'm going to tell them. Like, if they're, like, 16 or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I think you're old enough to understand this. I will tell you.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're trying to teach, like, sex ed to, like, 5-year-olds is
that's way too
far.
young. That's way too young.
Now, granted, okay, when I was in school, I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
We got to learn about, you know, the parts of our body.
Yeah.
You know, the boys went in one room, the girls went into the other.
Yeah.
And, you know, we learned what the parts of our body were.
Yeah.
And I think at 11 years old, you know, you're starting puberty, you're starting to get weird stuff happening. You know, I think that's a good time to start learning about your body.
Yeah, but not sex.
But when I was 14, I got into sex ed. And honestly, I think 14 is a good starting age.
Yeah.
I just wish they would stop teaching abstinence.
Yeah.
But at least in my school, they taught, you know, there's a bunch of contraceptives. There's a bunch of different types of ways of doing things. But they say abstinence is best.
Yeah.
But
abstinence-only education just doesn't work.
Yeah, but the thing is, they at least didn't say, like, you know... I mean, they did kind of scare us away, you know, from sex with, like, pictures of STDs, this, that, and the
Yeah.
other thing, which
That really is a fear tactic, really.
it is a fear tactic, but they at least gave us options
Yeah.
for contraceptive,
Yeah.
which is good. I mean, they gave us actually a little booklet that actually got quite a lot of contraceptives.
Yeah.
You know, quite a lot.
Cool.
But I just think porn should be regulated more because now I'm not that big of a fan of it.
Yeah, it seems that as time goes on, porn gets two things. It gets more accessible and more, like, fucked up and violent and
and
about
children.
puking and pissing and God knows what else.
Here, shush.
Yeah.
You don't need to get into all that.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say.
Shush. Just... You know what, at this point this is my video, so shush.
Yeah, it essentially is.
So you shut up, because I don't get to do this.
Yeah, it's true.
But... my brain keeps going blank, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Honestly, I'm gonna sound like a fucking crazy person when I say this, but honestly, I think it's because of the weird 5G whatever shit that's happening, and I think that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's messing with, you know, brain waves and everything, and basically making me draw a blank that, so I can't actually talk about this because they're trying to control everybody.
Yeah. It seems that, I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but it seems that every time we talk about this stuff or read that document, we get bad headaches. And that seems to happen every time, and it can't be a coincidence.
No, it really can't.
You know, we get weird throbbing headaches. I have a headache right now. And we've been getting headaches and shit just talking about this stuff or just reading the damn document. She reads it, not even reads it out loud, and I start getting a headache out of nowhere. And I'm not even involved in the damn thing. You know, like, I can usually tell that she's reading it because I'll start to get a headache during fucking, you know.
Well, lately I haven't been completely reading it. We've just been
true.
talking about it.
Yeah, we've just been talking about it.
And my brain always seems to draw blanks at some point because it's trying to make me stop talking about it.
Yeah. So, again, there is some physical evidence for this. This isn't just,
and if any of you get a headache from me and him talking about this...
Yeah, let us know in the comments, definitely.
Yeah, because, I mean, I apologize if I sound like a crazy person that, like, is just gonna get her tinfoil hat in any second. But
yeah.
I am genuinely believing this stuff.
Yeah.
It's
hard not to, really.
It's scary.
Yeah.
To me, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. It really makes you wonder.
Also, I mean, lately, I mean, we do have to talk about the fact that it's pretty spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, I'm sure you guys have known that Chris and I are very spiritual people.
Yeah, we believe in reincarnation and that kind of stuff, so, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, we're pretty spiritually in tune, I would say, and basically, like, I've had this impending doom feeling for a while now. And it comes and goes just out of nowhere. And I've also been having very cryptic, strange dreams lately. Like 3 of them in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 3 of them. I was trying to remember the 3rd one. But 3 very cryptic dreams in, like, the past week. Or 2.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm worried. Because one of them, and this might be a trigger warning, I'm going to warn you now, it does involve blood, death, and children.
Actually, for posterity's sake, let's not talk about that one. Again, I'm on YouTube, I don't want to, you know, stirring heads or
That's
whatever.
why I said put one
Well,
there.
I know, but I can still get in trouble for that even if you do that. So I just, I mean, you can talk about the
Okay.
weird ones.
Okay. Basically what happened was that a child ended up passing away in my dream, and it was in a very gruesome way. That's
Yeah,
how about that?
yeah, that's about as all as we can tell you. That's good. That's good.
That's why I said to do the one.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I know. I don't want to, you know. Well, no,
No.
you can. It's
No, I'd rather not.
okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Jeez.
No.
I just because I know what I because that involves children. You know, I don't want to. You know.
Well, I wasn't gonna try and get it to be like completely bad.
Yeah,
Jesus
I
Christ.
know. I know. I don't know. So how about them Mets? No kidding. No, yeah. I'm trying to disperse with the where-isms in my own home. No, I do want you talking. It's not that big. I really do. I don't know. I just didn't, you know. I have to censor myself, and it sucks. I know, but I know you weren't gonna be too bad with it. I just wanted to give you a warning. I can end it if you want. Okay. Yeah, okay, I stopped being a werewolf. Okay, that's good. Alright, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I think that's good, guys. I think we'll wrap that up. It's long enough anyways. It's about 2.5 hours, so it's good. Okay, yeah. It was good seeing you guys. Y'all take care. Ale says bye, and take it easy.